Okay, so I've done a review of WrestleManiac. Now I might as well do one of one of the other horror movies to start professional wrestling. This one, of course, was WWE's first major screen release, See No Evil. Now, in this one, you have Glenn Jacobs, or Kane, playing Jacob Goodnight. Yeah, it's almost the exact same initials, just reversed. And he's kind of like a religiously and physically abused child who grows up to be essentially a killer. You have your stock delinquent teens are charged to clean a hotel, where there is no smoking, no fornicating, no fun, just essentially you show up to the hotel, you work, you do the community service. And they start being killed in somewhat grisly manners. Again, this was a WWE thing, so it works fairly well. Don't think too much of why it's this movie. Don't. Just don't. Just don't. Don't. You can overanalyze this, and essentially this is kind of like a campy slasher flick. Weird thing is there's no nudity. There's a shower scene, but there is no nudity in this movie. The violence in it, for the most part, is pretty decent. Like the cell phone being shoved down the throat. You guys being tortured. They keep a fairly small crowd of people, but it does work fairly well, primarily because, comparing this one to WrestleManiac, a guy who's like 5'4" isn't intimidating. He's not. You get like a 6'8" guy, smashing through walls coming after you, that's intimidating. Kane is a large man. And he can be very intimidating, especially when he's wielding a weapon or a hook. This movie, overall, it is a decent, low-budget slasher flick. I mean, it's one of those things where if it wouldn't have wrestler in it, I probably would have never seen it. Like WrestleManiac. If I wouldn't have seen Rey Mysterio, Sr., probably wouldn't have watched it. It's not bad. It's watchable, at the very least. There's nothing amazing done in it, I do think that the way that they kill Kane by pushing through a window and like his eye gets shot out, that works fairly well. The scene after during the credits where a dog is urinating into his eye socket just seems kind of overdone. This is a watch movie. It's enjoyable to see Kane kind of be Kane. He does a headlock and he does essentially do a mock for a double choke slam. This is watchable for the E line of movies. It is an okay horror flick. I would probably say it's better than WrestleManiac. Seeing as I didn't like WrestleManiac, See No Evil is, again, it's watchable. There's nothing really truly epic about it, unless you want to see Kane killing a bunch of juvenile delinquents.